The NWEA Math Growth Assessment is a math screener used in Ridgefield Public Schools for grades 2 through 5. This assessment is given 3 times a year in the fall, winter, and spring. This is a computer-based assessment that students take independently, and it is an adaptive assessment. So the level of questions will change as the student moves through the assessment. Students in grade 2 take the K-2 assessment, which has an audio component. This means that the students not only see the directions and questions in written form on the computer screen for all of the questions, but the computer also reads the written words to them. In grades 3 to 5, the assessment is not read to the students unless students have IEP accommodations that direct otherwise. This assessment measures achievement by providing teachers with information regarding what the student is ready to learn. So it is not uncommon for students to encounter material that they have yet to be exposed to in the classroom. This student progress report provides a picture of how a student is progressing as a mathematician, as well as compares their performance to the district and nation. This information is displayed using a bar graph. The blue bar represents the student's performance, the orange bar represents the district average, and the yellow bar represents the nationally normed grade level average. All of the information shown on the bar graph is also recorded in the data table on the right-hand side of the report. You will notice in the table that scores are reported as a RIT score, which is the raw score, and because this is nationally normed, there is also a corresponding percentile. In addition to the RIT score and percentile that is given, there is also a score range. This is based on a student's RIT score plus or minus 1 standard deviation of measurement. This means if the student were to take this assessment again on a different day within the testing window, you could expect the student's RIT score to fall within this range most of the time. Looking back at the bar graph, there is a final white bar outlined in blue. That is the growth that the assessment is projecting a student will make by the end of the school year. According to national norms, about half of the students in the U.S. who take this assessment will meet their projected growth. The data table displays a student's projected growth from prior years in comparison to the student's actual growth, which is called the RIT growth. Finally, underneath the bar graph, there is an area that shows 4 categories covered within this assessment. Here you can see the student's performance within the areas of operations and algebraic thinking, number and operations, measurement and data, and geometry. Take note of the descriptor assigned to each category. The descriptor of low refers to 20th percentile or lower. Low average refers to 21st to 40th percentile. The descriptor of average is referring to the 41st to 60th percentile. High average is 61st to 80th percentile. And the descriptor of high is referring to the 81st percentile and above. If you have any further questions regarding your student's progress report, please reach out to your student's classroom teacher.